What's up everybody, this is John at Shore Cycles. Today I'm going to give you an overview of the Hammerhead Go Karts. The first go-kart in our lineup is the Hammerhead Mudhead 208R, and it is the smallest go-kart that we carry. Now Hammerhead does make a smaller kart called the Torpedo, but we do not carry that one because it is just a one-seater and it is much smaller than the Mudhead. The Mudhead, you get a kart designed for ages 10 and up, and it is a dual seat kart, which is awesome, so two kids or siblings can ride together. It features a sliding seat, so that way if they're a little bit shorter you can slide that up so they can touch the pedals. And it is fully automatic with forward, neutral, and reverse. Other features include electric start with a manual choke under the seat, but it does also have a pull start backup. But it's nice to be able to rely on that electric start for those colder days. The motor is a 208cc air-cooled 4-stroke engine. It's carbureted. It's very easy to maintain. Just make sure you use ethanol fuel treatment and a battery tender. Those are the two basic things you got to do at home. And then just of course make sure you keep the kart clean and the chain clean, lubed, and adjusted. It is very easy to maintain. We recommend services about every 20 hours, and at this dealership here at Shore Cycles, we do include an hour meter for free, and we're going to change the oil and upgrade the spark plug before you take it home. As for safety, the kart is fully restrictable. It does have a stopper on the throttle pedal that you can control, so if you put it out farther, it'll keep the pedal from going down as far, and you can make it go just about as slow as you like. It also includes dual LED headlights as well as dual horns, and there is a shut-off safety switch right on the handlebar. Now the Mudhead does handle pretty well off-road. It has 4 independent shocks, 1 on each wheel, and it is dual rear-wheel drive. Every Mudhead does include the roll cage and the canopy and the flag, which is great for safety so you can spot them if they're riding a little bit farther away. And the fenders also come standard so you can keep the mud off them as well. Last but not least, for safety, there is a seat belt for each individual rider. And there's disc brakes on this thing front and rear, which is awesome for a kart at this price point for kids. Now the Mudhead comes in a variety of different colors at the moment: red, black, blue, green, silver, and orange. And we stock a variety of these here at Shore Cycles in Salisbury, Maryland. And here at our dealership, we're gonna give you a couple extra benefits from buying with us. You're gonna get an hour meter included for free. That's a $50 part that helps keep track of the services. These run in hours, not in miles. So every 20 hours roughly, we recommend getting it serviced. And before you even take the kart home, we're going to do a full PDI assembly and prep. You're going to get a better spark plug, better oil, and of course that hour meter that I mentioned. Next up in the lineup is the Hammerhead GTS-150. This is going to take a step up in size. This is going to be an older teenager or an adult go-kart. It features a 150cc fully automatic GY6 engine. That's a 4-stroke horizontal air-cooled engine. Very reliable, and it's actually the same GY6 you'll find in many 150cc 4-stroke scooters. Very easy to maintain, good power to the ground, and very simple to drive. Speaking of drive, the Hammerhead GTS-150 features forward, neutral, and reverse, the same as the Mudhead. It's a cable-operated shifter right next to the driver, and the seats do slide on this one as well for that driver. The pedal setup is also the same. You get a drive pedal on the right foot and a brake pedal on the left foot. However, when you get up to the adult and older teenager karts, they are not restrictable. You can always, look at getting something modified, but from the factory, they are not restrictable. Other features that the GTS-150 has are a actual digital speedometer, and it does read in miles, so you don't need an hour meter. It is electric start as well with a manual choke under the seat. It has dual halogen headlights, roll cages included, as well as a canopy. And a nice feature when you go up to the GTS-150 is you get the hard metal rear rack for cargo. Now this is the base GTS-150 model. We call it the standard model. It features steel wheels, the standard shocks, standard regular seat belts, and then the metal rear rack. The models I'm going to talk about in a couple minutes feature a number of upgrades, and you can kind of compare and contrast to see which kart works for you. Now next in the lineup is the Hammerhead GTS-150 Platinum, and it is at the core a GTS-150, but the Platinum model has a number of upgrades. The first big one is you're going to move to aluminum wheels, so if they get nicked or you're riding a lot of salt water or brackish water, they're not going to rust out like the steel wheels might over time. The GTS-150 Platinum also features the gas-charged shocks front and rear for much better response off-road and in really rough conditions. And then with the Platinum, you're going to get the painted roll cage versus just the basic black powder-coated setup. Last but not least for upgrades, one of the customer favorites has been the racing 5-point seatbelt harness. And this is the type of harness that you can get out of with just one pull versus having to unclick every single connection. So it's great for safety, and it's just great for convenience getting in and out of the kart very rapidly. As for the drivetrain and controls, everything else is the same as the GTS-150 standard. So the Platinum has forward, neutral, and reverse. It has that GY6 150cc engine. It has the metal rear rack, the digital speedometer with miles, and it has the halogen headlights. Last but not least is the Hammerhead LE150, which is their latest model as of 2019. It is a almost ground up redesign from the outside compared to the GTS-150 series. And since Polaris has acquired Hammerhead, this is their new latest design. So they got to put all their finishing touches on the product to make it exactly what they wanted in a go-kart. The first big upgrade that the LE150 has is the stronger reinforced roll cage. It has much stronger bolt systems at every contact point, going from just a single bolt like on the GTS to 2 right here, and then you have reinforced welds on the bend points up top. This kart rides so much more rigidly than the GTS 150. The GTS is a great kart, but this LE just feels so much more planted and secure on the ground. Other upgrades include newer, thicker plastics that have a much sportier look, and then you get fixed, stronger fenders on the front wheels to make sure they're not going to get bent or moved around as much. They also made the access a little bit easier in the LE. These side pieces are a little bit lower. On the GTS you have a grab bar, which is convenient, but it can get in the way of your feet. The LE150 features the same wheels as the Platinum. It's those aluminum wheels, so if they get nicked or scraped, they're not going to rust like the steel on the base model. And another big upgrade, which I'll show you in the front in a minute, is the new LED headlights, which look awesome at night. The LE150 also has an upgraded dash. It's a lot cleaner look. It has the speedometer and miles still, but it has high beam, low beam controls, as well as a power outlet and a grab bar for the passenger. As for suspension and seat belts, it has the standard suspension and standard seat belts, but all these other upgrades make it a very sound kart that make it good for utility or for recreation or for sport. Another upgrade a number of people like is it has a rear trunk cargo area instead of the rack. So if you're frequently carrying small things around your property, you can put them here and just net them down with a cargo net versus having them fall through on the rack. And then for safety, if teenagers are riding it, you do have a flag so you can spot them easily around their riding property. All in all, the LE150 is probably the most rounded go-kart that Hammerhead does sell, just because it blends the best of both the standard and the sport worlds in a kart that is really reliable and really fun to ride. Now, the adult go-karts also have a number of accessories available. The GTS models for the Platinum and the Standard do have a windshield available, and the LE150 has a hard roof option as well, which is great for inclement weather. Now, Hammerhead is a fully owned subsidy of Polaris. That means they're owned 100% by Polaris as a company, and that means better parts, warranty, and technical support. Hammerhead is based out of Texas, and all their parts ship out of there, and a stocking dealer like us, we have the common stuff like oil filters and chains and such in stock in the dealership ready to go. And if we do need to order you something, it's been very easy from Polaris and Hammerhead, 3 to 5 days. Really easy. It comes right to our store and we have it ready for you. Now, if you want to learn more about these go-karts, please go to our website. It's www.shorecyclesusa.com. We're a local dealership here in Salisbury, Maryland, covering the entire Eastern Shore, but we can deliver these across most of the Mid-Atlantic. So if you're looking for one, just make sure you get on our website, shoot us a message, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Now, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button right down below, and make sure you give the video a like if you enjoyed it and found it informative. We'll be doing more Hammerhead go-kart videos, as well as other videos here at our dealership about other products that we carry. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.